Welcome back to RimWorld. My name is Johnny Clark, and this is the character that we always had before with the Prepare Carefully mod. Everything is the same except a few things. I did reduce his age to 36 because I'm 36. I didn't touch anything else, although actually I am going to. Can I do body? I can do body type, and I can make myself a little darker. Wait, can I? I made myself just a little bit darker because I am not that pasty white. And then this character was a 1,270 points worth. However that's calculated, and I just gerrymandered the numbers a little bit to make sure we had 6 in construction, 4 in animals, 2 in crafting, and I at least wanted some in medical. I ended up reducing artistic and social down to 4, to a little bit of mining, and to give us 4 medical, because it's a big issue. If we get scratched, we need to make sure to sew everything up nice and tight. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So here we are, back on our little island on the western coast. You see here in the west we have the ocean. That's the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to grow some rice. And here we have a nice rice paddy that we will be planting, and I'm going to unpause so Johnny can start to cut the dandelions. Yes, you must cut the dandelions first before planting the seeds. Oh, potato plant, stop. That's a problem. Rice, there we go. We'll reset Johnny, there we go. Sowing rice plant, okay. The thing that's strange in RimWorld is you can just plant whatever you want. You just have the seeds. Same thing with the ammunition for the guns. So it's not the most realistic simulation, you could say. But of course there's mods. I know there's a mod for ammunition. Never played with it. I wonder if there's a mod for seeds. I mean, maybe you have to go and find seeds from random plants. I mean, there'd be so few things you could, grow out. Agave, that'd be pretty cool to be able to harvest the agave, and instead of eating it, you could use some of it to plant. That's actually great because those succulents and cacti will just kind of grow on their own. Johnny's about done with the rice paddy, so we got to think about what he's going to do afterwards, and I think we definitely want to cut down some trees. So we're going to order him to chop some wood here, 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 and I think that'll be enough. And we're going to create a production crafting spot, and we are going to craft first a bow. Now we need a bow. This is why we needed the crafting score of 2, because we need a bow in order to kill an animal and then butcher it. When we butcher it, we are going to be able to use the skin and the leather, whatever the kind of leather it is, in order to make ourselves some tribal wear. Our cooking score is a 4, so we're going to do just fine with a butcher spot. We got to think about where we want to put that butcher spot. Before we had dug some steel into here, which I think we are going to do again, but it is worth considering to just go ahead and deconstruct this slate wall and build outside of, have the wall something like here. So, oh, we have mouse batteries that are low. So we're going to fix that. Alright, we are back. Our mouse is fully charged and Johnny is still sewing the rice paddy. What we want to do in this game is we also want to tame some of the Boomalope. So we're going to go ahead and put tame a wild animal there. We're going to make our work priority though. I'm going to pause it here so he doesn't stop doing what he's doing. I'm going to put growing and mining and constructing and hunting and firefighting, of course, and doctoring and basic tasks above handling, because I want to make sure to do these first before we start handling. And of course, crafting should be at 1. Johnny here is starting to make our bow, which is great. And then we'll be able to start hunting. So what do we want to hunt? We could just go here to the wildlife tab and think ostriches are dangerous, emus are very dangerous, hares and iguanas. That's all that we have. Now, so the iguanas are not going to be enough because we have a butcher spot instead of a butcher. Johnny, what are you doing? You're taming a boomalope already. Okay, we're going to start investing that time because I do want to see if he can... Oh no, wait. This is not good. Yeah, we need to make the areas. This is a party here. Look at these boomalopes and the emu. This is just chaos. I can't believe the insects won't go aggro against them. So what we need to do is we need to set up these areas for area 1. We want to say this area, you can't go in there. Where else can't we go? Where's another infestation? I think over here. So we're just not going to go in there, okay? We're going to manage our areas. We're going to rename this no bugs. And then we're going to invert it. And then we're going to restrict him to no bugs. So Johnny, we just wasted that time. I'm disappointed in you. Yeah, go harvest that berry bush. Okay, so while Johnny's walking over there, we need to think about it's a poor quality bow, and you are not... Okay, after he harvests those berries, he's going to go ahead and equip that short bow. Actually, that's not true because I want him to just harvest all of these things, and then he can harvest that, and then he can equip the short bow. At that point, we are going to be able to start taking out some hares. This is not going to be very easy. I need to think about this. To make a nutrient paste dispenser is my goal. So maybe I should be spending more of my time just mining this out in order to get steel. Then I have components over here. But I need to make sure and have enough of a food supply in order to do that. This is a problem. We're going to mine those 4 blocks, and then we're going to have a stockpile zone right here. Johnny, first, I want you to go ahead and haul the agave fruit before you go to bed. I also want to go ahead and build a roof area right here. And we can build a roof area right here. The structure, we're just going to have a sleeping spot right here for now. And perfect. Johnny's hauling all of that down. So I do want to tame a boomalope in order to get power. But in order to get power, I'm going to need a lot of steel and a lot of components, which means I need to have a consistent food supply, which right now I don't have. Right now, Johnny is going to need some rest soon. And we'll see how much of his steel he can take out before he does begin to rest. We do want to make sure he does anything into the night. We'll just have to go to bed at 1 a.m. or midnight. I'm going to put it on 3 times speed here and let Johnny finish. And he goes to bed. Johnny wakes up and decides to eat some raw agave. He's not liking that raw agave, but it did give us a full food bar. We should be good for at least several hours. Now we do have this bunny that's very close. So what I want to do is hunt it. I want to make sure that the corpse can get hauled. And then I do want to have a butcher's spot. Eating the raw food is not great, but it could also be a lot worse. So the butcher spot will be right here. Or maybe I should actually try to have the butcher spot inside as much as possible. So we're going to deconstruct that. We want a steel wall. We want another steel wall right there. And then we want a steel door right here. We'll clear that out. This is going to be our little bedroom. If he could actually, as we speed him up, if he could actually cut the rest of it. It looks like Johnny's going for a walk. Oh, major brake risk. Hold on. I paused it there because I was a little afraid. I was going at 3 times speed as he was going on a walk. I think he did. No, he didn't go on a walk. His recreation is very low. He's so happy he's outdoors, but his mood is very low. What can we do? Recreation deprived. That's what he was doing, and then he decided to stop doing that. Could we make sure that he has, what is a restrict? I just want to make sure he does recreation, maybe at night, or just in the middle of the day. It'd be nice to have maybe a 3-hour break for recreation. You know, we're just going to go ahead and make that a little late morning siesta is what that's going to be. Johnny is going after. We're going to slow it back down so we don't kind of freak out when there's a major brake risk. But it is concerning. Johnny's going to keep trying to fire at that hare. And we are going to be eating raw food, so we do need to think about how to improve some of these negative thoughts. So sleeping on the ground, being naked, eating raw food, it's fine. Recreation deprived will be gone, so I think we'll be able to be okay. We can start knocking out some of these negative thoughts, but we are going to need to, once he's haul these berries. So the next thing you do after you hunt is I want you to haul those berries. You are not even, you're shooting through the wall. Okay, good. Just haul the berries. Fine. We need to really make sure to get this steel so we can build our indoors. It's already noon. That's got to be our goal for today, is to sleep inside and possibly find a new food source like these guys right here. Perfect. At least those two. Okay, they're going to keep growing. We got lots of wood here too, actually, which isn't bad. We'll go here and just grab the ones that are ready to harvest. Boom, boom, those 3. That's great, those 4. Okay, so we got a little bit of food on our side, which is good. But we do want to make sure that we're constructing and mining, don't we? I think we do. I think we want to make sure that we're constructing and mining. So we're going to speed things up here. Johnny's going to put the hare out of its misery. And good. Now we're back on track. Now we have an inside now. Look at that. Right away. And now Johnny's going to be taking out that piece of steel, and then we're going to be able to lay down our bed again inside. That's great news. We have a transport pod crash right when we place the bed inside. A model named Nathan is crashing in a transport pod nearby. If he survives the impact, he will be badly wounded. Nathan is from your enemy, the Shadow Pirates. You can capture him for recruitment or for slavery purposes. Now, I wish we could do other things than other than just sell the slaves, because otherwise he's not worth it to me. But he does have clothing, and I would love those camel hair button-down shirt and buffalo wool pants. Oh, would I? And they're in very good quality. He's dead in 21 hours, so I want to go ahead and strip him. I think he's going to be quite difficult to recruit. I don't have any room. Let me look at him. Yeah, he's an artist, social animal. He's almost worthless to me. Look at all those things that you are incapable of. Nathan, and you're a pyromaniac who's beautiful and a masochist. You are complicated. A pyromaniac model. Wow, models really are worth almost nothing. So Johnny's digging the steel here. I think what we can do as it winds down, we can ask you for the next thing that you do is to come rescue. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Is to come strip Nathan the model will be the next thing that you'll do after you're done mining out this area. Then we'll put some clothes on and we're going to be in business. While Johnny does that and hopefully comes back, oh, you know, we need to make sure he actually puts that stuff on. So Johnny, we're going to follow you. Come on. Come on. Oh, wait a second there, Johnny. You need to force wear that, and you need to force wear that. And then you can go to bed. Pigs join. Hold the phone. A group of pigs, abandoned or lost, have wandered into the area. They seem accustomed to human contact and are joining the colony. Randy, Random, you are so good to us. So good to us. We have a sow. The new arrival's a 12-year-old sow. Holy moly, she must be huge. 3 sows, and that's it, is it? Age 12. Where do I see the sex of the animal? Pig wildness, 7%. It's advanced training. Wow, it can do great things. It can haul for us. Wow. It has a bad back. Oh. Female pig. So they're all females, I suppose. So I can't breed them. I think I just need to bring them in here into our home area and we will slaughter them. I don't think that they are going to last. Although, never mind, we could just say no bugs for all 3 of them and let them kind of wander. There is enough grass. I think they can just feed on the grass. Where are they going, though? It looks like they're going somewhere very specific. I just wonder if they're animals. Yeah, I think they were triggered to come home. And then now they're triggered to not. Okay, this rice looks really good. I mean, this is what, our second day? It's already 45% grown? How long have we been here? Yeah, only 1 day's passed since our arrival. This will be our second night, and wow, our rice plant is already halfway done. Now, one thing that's a problem in the desert is your crops can get eaten by the wildlife around, or even your own animals. But this shouldn't be a problem because there's so much grass around. It's only when you're in an actual desert, or of course an extreme desert would be the case. And that means you have to build some sort of fence or containment structure around your farm, which is a big problem. But I don't think that's going to be a big problem right now. Although, is he eating my... I just don't want anyone to eat my rice. I honestly don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to be just fine. But I do need to think about what are we going to do with these sows. It would be great. Do they produce milk? I guess they don't. Animals. Sow 1. Do they produce milk? They don't produce milk. So that's too bad. So I think the only thing that they're really good for, what kind of leather do they create? Is pig skin a kind of... Yeah, it's a leather type of pig skin. Man, it would be great to have some pigs. I really want to make sure they don't eat my food, though. I really do. So what I'm going to do is actually have my area of no bugs. Wait a second. We're just going to have a new area, and we're going to say animals. And we're going to expand that area to include my home area and my garden area. And we might as well also include these so they don't go wandering into the infestations. And then we're going to manage the area, and we're going to invert the animal area. So now we can tell our animals to just be in the correct areas, and they will not eat our food now. You know, I think this might be closer over here. What's that distance there? Because I have to go around. Yeah, because it's about the same, I suppose. And I do crash land over here, so that's why this is a nice area over here. Okay, I have a bit of a backlog of different things to do. What I want to do is wildlife. I want to tame one of these boomalopes, and I don't know, are they all? Oh, no, okay, they're outside of the infestation now, which is nice. This infestation, there's a lot there. The hive is not reproducing. That's nice. It would be horrible if they just continued to reproduce and there would be a massive army. That would be terrifying. We have some gold right there. That's nice. Geysers won't really help us for heat because we are in a permanent summer. It's springtime right now, 22 degrees Celsius, which is, for you uneducated Americans, that is very nice temperature, actually. Maybe 75, 80. Am I wrong? Maybe 70 in the Fahrenheit way of looking at things. So we're going to set up some new tasks. What are we going to do next? We're going to continue to mine out this steel reserve. We're also going to get some components. We're going to, in order to make ourselves a nutritional paste dispenser. And we are also going to get some Chemfuel and build a Chemfuel reactor, or we're not reactor, but a Chemfuel power plant to then power that nutritional paste dispenser. At that point, our rice should be done and we can try it out and see if we can create a stable food economy. All right, we have set now our speed at 3 times speed because we have set up some mining over here in the steel, also a little bit of mining in the components. We've also expanded our grow zone in order to extend our rice paddy to the full area of the rich soil. As you can see, we are out of food in our food reserves, but I did make a butcher spot, so we will slaughter. Oh no, Johnny is, okay, he's had a mental breakdown and is going to vent his anger on your animals. The final straw was ravenously hungry. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and kill all of our, yeah, there's a death. Sow 3 has been executed by cutting. I know that. The last events in the sow's life, cut in the neck, caused Sow 3 to die. Read more. Is there more to read? I didn't think so. He's still in a mental state of slaughter. Recreation starved. How is he recreation starved? How is there nothing to do? Okay, recreation. I guess I need to build a horseshoe pin. Okay, we're going to build it right here. And he's still in a mental rage. Luckily, he doesn't see our other sows. But he does need to go ahead and butcher these things. This hare is dead in 1.5 days. I don't know how long Johnny's going to be in this mental state, but he's not happy. He's very, very hungry. Ravenously hungry, in fact. And we need to get him some food. Because of that, I'm actually going to bump plant cutting up to a 2. Trying to make sure all of these are set up correctly. I think for a little while I should have plant cutting at a 1 to make sure that that is happening. And there's another death. He got sow 1. Okay. A cut caused sow 1 to perish. Yeah, I get it. And let's see if he's going to go ahead and kill the 3rd. Did that not give you enough catharsis? Really? Okay. And the 3rd one is also now dead. Sow 2 has been executed by cutting. Now Johnny's finally okay. He's no longer slaughtering random animals, and that's great. Is he still in extreme break risk? How? Hold on. He's recreation starved and he's ravenously hungry. He has 40 catharsis mood boost for 3 days, yet he's still about in an extreme break risk. Okay, he's going to build the horseshoe pin. I think it's a good idea. I really do. I think you're going to really enjoy the horseshoes, and I think that can get you off the ledge because you are on edge right now. Yes, play some horseshoes. Let's see this go up. It's going up. Oh my goodness. Dexterity play. That's great. Low food, minor break risk. That's fine. Okay. So we are now doing okay. Our mood is just stressed. Just stressed. And now we're going to be harvesting agave. That's really good news. Put it at 2 speed right now. And that is good news because now we're going to be able to start getting some food, because that is why we had our last mental break risk. Johnny here is harvesting all of this wonderful agave. We're going to have enough food for maybe a day or so. Johnny, after you're done with that, I want you to go ahead and haul all that fruit. Okay, thank you. Beautiful. Oh, I love the auto pathing. Nice work. Tyson. Is Tyson the guy's name that makes this game? I don't remember. Okay, what we also need to do, I know you want to harvest things, but we also need to be cooking. Okay, cooking was at a very, very low. So now we can put everything back down to 2. We'll reset you, and you'll be butchering. That's right. But I want you to butcher this guy. It spoils in 1.1 day. Okay, that's not too bad. I do just want to cook one of those, and he's going to go to sleep. Okay, so this is a problem because the meat spoils now in 2 days. Oof. This is just hard. Okay, so we have our priorities set for the day. We are going to be focusing on constructing, growing, and mining today. And we'll see if we can get through all of those tasks in the day. But of course, we need to play some horseshoes. We have had issues with recreation, but now that we built that horseshoe pin, everything is going just fine. I am going to clear forest everything because I don't like to have that always set up the way it is. After you force wear something, I like to just clear that, so that way if something better comes along, Johnny will go ahead and do that himself. We'll zoom out here so we can see Johnny over here on the western portion of our area, planting the rest of the rice. Our original rice is 77% grown, and that is very exciting. Now Johnny's cloud watching, which is also fine. I want to make sure that he has a good amount of recreation. That is what we scheduled for him, 2 hours of recreation in the middle of the day, so that's why he's doing this, even though his mood, well, his recreation is so high. That's kind of ridiculous. Johnny, you don't really need to be continuing to recreate. And he's not. He's now sowing the rice plant, and that's great. The fact that it is taking most of the day for Johnny to finish planting this rice, it means we may not be able to finish our mining projects for at least another day, although now that I think about it, we do have quite a bit of steel and it is hard to mine, and we do have quite a bit of components also, and those take a long time to mine. So we may not be able to finish mining for a couple days. This may be a couple day project. It's the last hours of the day, wind to a close. Johnny is going to finish planting the entire rice paddy. Good job, Johnny. You'd have well-earned sleep tonight. Oh, but you want to actually just do some more steel work, some more mining. That's great. That's totally fine. I'm a supporter of that. We do need to think about the pork. I want to forbid the agave fruit because the pork needs to be eaten. It spoils in a day. And the sows are also going to spoil. I think that hare is going to spoil very, very soon. So maybe we should butcher the hare. So can we force butchering? There we go. Let's butcher the hare, and we will save that meat. Okay, great. I'm going to carry that meat over. No, we don't want to butcher right now, actually. We'll just haul it, and then we'll rest. Okay. We had to do a little bit of micromanagement there just to save the hare. I didn't want it to go bad because now the hare corpse that was about to rot in less than a day, now the meat from the hare is fresh meat and it spoils in 2 days. So that did save us quite a bit of time as this pork meat over here is getting ready to spoil. And welcome back. Johnny, first thing before he even eats, is he not very hungry? He's not. Hasn't even hit the very first tick at 25% where he starts, or 24% where he starts to feel hungry. Now Johnny is hungry. He should eat soon. But first, Johnny did want to start working on our mining tasks. And there he goes to do some cloud watching. and some horseshoes. So he likes doing that in the morning. Oh, it's recreation time. I think I can just remove that. There's no reason for Johnny to have recreation time. Just go to sleep in the morning. Manage your own recreation time. I mean, at this point, your recreation bar is basically at the top. It is really helping your mood. Now you're ravenously hungry. I mean, he is content at this point. But our catharsis is going to wear off. We do have food poisoning from the pork because it's a dangerous food type, I understand. So now Johnny is in serious pain, but our mood is still content because of that catharsis, which does expire in 23 hours. So things are going to get worse tomorrow afternoon. Well, tomorrow evening, I guess. It's already 17. Recreation fully satisfied. That's awesome. I love that. It must be fully satisfied at, what is that break point? I don't know, maybe that's 85% or 80%, something like that. So that's interesting. I've noticed that before. Initial optimism, minor passion for my work. I believe that's the mining that we're doing. Yes, it is. So we're doing okay right now. What I also want to think about is actually making a bed, a steel bed. That is going to help our comfort. I think it's a nice thing to do. And we're throwing up in our room. That is a problem. So I want to make cleaning go higher for tomorrow. But what I want to do is clear some of our home area. I don't want this to be our home area. I also don't want that to be our home area. Or that to be our home area. Or really that to be our home area. I just want it to be a pretty small area where we can focus on just making this a nice, clean area right here. So what I'm going to do before the morning is I am going to put cleaning and hauling, I guess. There we go. Cleaning and hauling are going to happen, and then we will do cooking and plant cutting. While we still have meat. Oh, that's too bad. Our sows just rotted. Okay, so we don't have any extra meat. That is going to be it. So we can't even butcher them for the pig skin. That was a mistake. I forgot about the pig skin and also the meat. So what we're going to need to do is put plant cutting and cooking up at a 2. That just means hauling and cleaning are just not going to get done, are they? Now we do have our bed here and a flash storm. Randy Random wants a flash storm. It shouldn't really affect us unless it burns our crops down. That would be a problem. Hopefully it won't. We're going to watch it very closely. It's very scary. The flash storm is over, but that doesn't mean the fire is over. Johnny is still here mining out the rest of our bedroom. I do want you to haul that steel after you're done. There we go. And I want you to haul that steel after you're done as well. Still have a little bit burning here, but it shouldn't be a problem. And now we're taking out the compact machinery. Okay, that's really good news. We're getting closer and closer. I'm going to unforbid the agave fruit. Getting closer and closer to being able to actually build some great things. Ah, some visitors. A group from her Banusia are visiting the colony. Are you? Okay. Are you going to do anything? I don't think so. Doesn't look like you really have anything to trade. You do have the chief. You're a chief, are you? Okay, you guys just have, you do have an auto pistol, an excellent auto pistol, so that's nice. And a dromedary. It's right there. I would love to kill that. What am I doing? Going to bed. That's fine. I need to get the rotting things out of here, so I want to make a dump pile stocking zone up here. And I want to be able to haul that away at some point. So how do I want to have my nutrient paste dispenser? That's not going to work right there. And then now we can have the nutrient paste dispenser right here. How do the hoppers work? Hold resources for use by machines like nutrient paste dispensers. I can just put a hopper. All right, we have set up a little room over here where we're going to have a nutrient paste dispenser, our hopper, and our Chemfuel power generator. We are going to forbid these for right now so that we don't worry about constructing them. In fact, we're going to forbid all of this right here. So, what we are going to focus on, I want to put this back up there like that. No. What we are focusing on today is growing. And then we're going to continue to mine and construct and haul and do other things that are important to do. And I would love to get some of those Boomalopes going. We need 6 components, so that's why we do need to focus on our machinery mining. We need 90 steel, 100 steel, 190, 200 steel, and we do have 257. Plus we need all this steel. So that's going to be 25, 55. It's going to be another 80, so 280 steel. So we are going to need to finish mining that steel. So it looks like everything is set up exactly how it should be. I am going to unforbid this because I had set it up to do growing first anyway, so we're just going to let it be. We're going to speed things up. While Johnny is replanting, which I actually want to forbid him to do, I want to plant everything at the same time. Johnny's going to come over and start constructing, which is going to be a great thing to do. But in the meantime, what I want to do is come in and check on our skills. We have been doing a lot of mining, so we're up to level 5 now with significant familiarity. We have planting with some familiarity, and constructing we are a capable amateur with no passion, so that is going to go up ever so slowly. So what we are going to want to focus on is, after we construct this stuff, we do want to mine out the component areas. I would have also liked to haul some of this if I would have thought about it. That would have been a nice touch as well. So we're going to speed things up to a level 2 just to make sure to give Johnny enough time to build everything he needs to build. The nice thing about Chemfuel generators is they are consistent power. They are not dependent upon the sun. They are not dependent upon the wind. They're just dependent upon Chemfuel, of course, right? He's hauling the agave fruit to the hopper, and that's nice, actually. It's a nice thing to do, Johnny. I'm glad you did that. We are going to need some components to be... Oh man, he's just hauling all of that stuff. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for hauling the agave. Now you're hauling things around the... Oh, you're just eating it, see? That didn't really save you very much time, did you? Now you're going to haul the rice to the hopper. Actually, instead of that, what I'd like you to do is just haul the rice in general. There you go. Just get all that rice. There you go. You're going to do that in stockpile zone, and then you're going to fill the hopper, which you're doing, okay? Actually, just haul the rice. It's kind of weird how he just picks up one at a time to the hopper. This is fine. Okay, great. 75 there. Then you're going to start mining. This is great. When you're done mining, I want you to haul your steel out of there. We are at a neutral mood right now, right in the middle at 46%, so we have some buffer between our miner break threshold of 35%. Our negative thoughts are we are in the dark. We did eat raw food, which we're going to continue to do. We have an unsightly environment and an awful bedroom, and we ate without a table. I think we can fix the table issue first, is what I'd like to do. Maybe we could build a big room right here, which would be our stockpile room, as well as... I was going to say our kitchen, but it seems like we should have our kitchen right here, doesn't it? Since this is where our food is being made, or at least have our dining room right here. That's nice. But what I'd like to do is build into the base. There's a lot of area on this map. And on the morning of the 9th of April, May, I think we should go to bed a little bit earlier. So we can get up at them at an earlier time. It is 6 in the morning, but the sun is shining. Dromedaries are laying in our garden full of rice. I can't wait for the rice to be done. It's going to be nice. We do have only 95 rice left, and I'm wondering why we can't tame the boomalopes. We're going to cut all these trees and harvest all these agave that are growing in our rich soil over here. This is going to be a great growing area, and there's a geyser there as well. Although we don't need a geyser, but we could use the geyser for power at some point. We don't need the geyser for heat, that is. So today is going to be a quite boring day. We just have some rice to eat and all of these components to mine out. So if we can mine out 2 more blocks, this 1 block is almost done. There we go. But what are you doing, Johnny? Where are you going? You're harvesting a rice plant. Okay, the harvest is done. The harvest is ready, but not totally ready. Okay. So growing is always, see, that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to put growing down, just focus on the mining, because a couple of these get 100% and then he comes over here. It's not very efficient. We are almost done. We do have enough. We have 6 components, and that's all we need to finish our Chemfuel power generator. So we do need to worry about handling. Handling needs to be a much higher priority in order for us to tame those Boomalopes. And they are still on the map. That's great. Are they close? They are close-ish. They are at least not in the infestation area like they were before, and this is not bad at all. Arathrumbos has wandered into the area. They are peaceful by nature, but that horn atop their heads is worth so much, but we are definitely not going to worry about it. Although we do need to think about building some traps. If we do get a raid, it would do well for us to have some traps. We should think about where people would be coming from. It would be nice to use this as a choke point somewhat. So what we can do is we can actually go security and make a couple steel spike traps. You can put one right here. You can put one right here. Okay, we'll just have that. We'll use that choke point around the horseshoe pin, and we'll see how that works. Johnny is going to focus on trying to complete the Chemfuel generator, which of course needs Chemfuel. And now we're going to go to bed. But that's fine. We need to focus on Chemfuel for sure. And just as I suspected would happen, an unusual heat wave has begun. Heat waves can kill quickly if people start getting heat stroke. Stay cool by building a cooler. We're getting deep under a mountain. So we're going to pause things here and see. Yeah, we have enough rest. So we're going to go ahead and wake up, and we're going to cut down these trees. We're going to prioritize cutting that tree, and we're going to go ahead and speed things up. And we're going to do this manually to make sure that he cuts down all of these trees. While he's doing that, we are going to do temperature, and we're going to make a passive cooler, and we're going to put it right here in this room. That's going to make sure at least we can spend our time mining for more steel, sleeping inside. We are going to change our sleep schedule around as well. I really like to sleep during the day during a heat wave, and so that's what we're going to do. During those 3 hours, we're going to make sure to go to sleep. And now he's just consuming rice, which is fine. And he's going to start working on the Nutrient Paste Dispenser. Now what I didn't do was haul the wood. That was quite inefficient of me. So what I'd like to do is queue up as the next thing to do is, oh, he's starting to build those those traps. That's totally fair. I appreciate that. Oh, but I do want you to haul, and then I do want you, Johnny, to work on the passive cooler, and then you can go to sleep. Let's see how far his rest. His rest was far enough down. It is super hot, but not inside. It's just a nice 24 25, 24 degrees, 23, like I said, maybe 75 degrees Fahrenheit, but outside it is over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It is 45 degrees Celsius. We desperately need some chem fuel, so I want to make sure handling goes to the top. We're just going to focus on handling. We're also going to focus on growing. I think everything is probably at 100% now. It is, and we're going to allow sowing as well. That's fine. You can play some horseshoes if you want, but you are going to be you're going to be outside. It's very hot outside. So you could be getting heat stroke at any point. It's 56 degrees outside. Yeah, there's your initial heat stroke already, and we can see how fast it's going up. It's not good for Johnny to be outside for too long. And now he'll be inside. His heat stroke should start to decrease, and we're going to be just fine. Johnny's doing just fine. He's a little stressed, actually. It says that he is hungry and he is in darkness. I would like to think about making some standing lamps. They just take 20 steel. I think that would be okay. I'd like to put a lamp there, and I'd like to put a lamp maybe in here as well. I like those new conduits. Oh wow, what's going on? Gazelle are just running through our area. It would have been nice to catch some of them in our steel traps that are not ready yet. Oh, no, you're not going to get stuck in a cave. So you're just going through. That's fine. But I don't know why you aren't trying to tame the Boomalopes. It's because they're gone. That is too bad. That is really too bad. I think I messed that up. That was my only chance to go ahead and get Chemfuel. So I'm going to need to find power some other way with a wind turbine, which means we're going to need batteries, and this is just going to be a big problem now, actually. I don't like the fact that we don't have Chemfuel, but we're going to... I've done so much and I've gotten so far, I feel like I don't want to give up right now. Although it is a problem. The moment I get to any boom rat or boomalope, although I don't think the boom rats will give it to you, but if we get any more boomalopes, we are going to, in fact, make sure that we will tame them in order to get our chem fuel. Ugh, that is horrible, but I think we're going to be okay. We can put Miney back down now that it's nighttime, so he can go focus on doing some things that are outside, like finishing up those steel traps. That's going to be a nice improvement for us. I also want to think about the battery, which we don't have, so we need to research a battery, and that's not really going to happen. Bolt Good traders are approaching. Now, they could have some chem fuel, which would be great, but do I spend... I mean, I don't really have any resources, do I? He's building a power conduit. Okay, now he's coming this way, so we can go ahead and trade with white. We'll just see what they have. I mean, I have 6 components. I would sell those for... Yeah, they do not have any chem fuel. It's too bad. They got a lot of huskies and a hen. It's kind of fun. They will take some rice. They will take my light leather. That's cool. They will also take my pig skin. I'll sell them that. I'm going to keep my wood. I am going to keep my wood. A flak jacket would be quite nice, actually, but it's quite expensive, $4.58. A toque I don't need. A cowboy hat I don't need. A simple helmet for $310 I don't need. I don't have enough money for any of that stuff anyway, but I can at least sell my leather to get 24 gold or silver. Now I could sell that as well for another 39 silver, sell all my rice. But that just doesn't feel right to me. So I'll just take my small profit here, my 24 silver, and that's going to be that. We are going to get wind power going, so whenever there is wind, we can focus on cooking some nutrient paste. And that'll be nice. It'll be a little more efficient, I suppose. We are also going to need to get to our growing. Okay, we just built our standing lamp in here, and that's really nice. We have an eclipse that's going. One of the moons of the planet is orbited in front of the sun. Eclipse has begun, but that's not a problem. Johnny is harvesting now our rice. He is up at night with a full resting because we are still in a heat wave, although at night it's at least tolerable. Female Thrumbo's right there. I'm tempted to tame it. No, requires level 9. Okay, the heat wave is over, so we're fine there. What we can do is go ahead and deconstruct the cooler. I do want to make sure that we haul this rice before we're done. And we do allow sewing, so that's perfect. Where are you going? Cloud washing? You're watching the eclipse. That's cool. I bet it's beautiful. We do have an awful bedroom. We did eat without a table, and we ate an awful meal. Oh yeah, wait. We did eat some nutrient paste, but it's still a negative. Well, it's better than eating raw food, I guess, but that's a lot of work just to have a glop. So we're going to haul the rice. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, we eat nutrient paste, but we don't like it. Okay, it looks like we're doing okay here. We are surviving. We haven't had any raids, which is pretty incredible. Before we go, we are going to improve our defenses just a little bit. We are going to put it right here, right here. We're just going to have this nice wall right here. Because we also want to do sandbags, actually. Well, we can move these later. So what I was thinking of is we could have like sandbags around these spots. Oh no, a mad dromedary. A local dromedary has gone mad. It'll attack everyone it sees. I did not focus on this correctly. And we want to attack. Come on, Johnny, you can do it. There you go. Yes. Yes. Yes, you crushed his right eye. Good job, good job, good job. You're okay. Just medium pain, you're okay. Johnny stabbed the dromedary with a short bow's limb. The dromedary tripped. The dromedary gnawed Johnny. That is not good. Oh no, the dromedary smashed Johnny with her right hoof. Johnny, you are not looking good. Johnny tripped. Johnny clobbed the dromedary with his sturdy right fist. Wow. This is an epic battle here. Johnny's pain is severe. The dromedary's pain is severe. Alright. We should have had this at fight and we probably would have been okay. Johnny is victorious. And you're going to go ahead and butcher that thing. Great. Okay, so we're doing okay. We do have an issue with no Chemfuel. I am hoping that some more Boomalopes or Boomarats or whatever they're called will come soon. We have our Nutrient Paste Dispenser. We do need to get self-tend on because we do need to tend to our problems. And now he's going to start doing that. That's great. Then we will finish sowing the rest of our rice paddy, and then we will continue to dig out our room, like so, right? So we're going to continue to do that. We have no more compact machinery, so we're going to need to figure that out. And then we'll just keep moving forward. Hopefully Randy Random will give us another colonist soon. We can really start digging this out and building a nice base for ourselves here in this wonderful world with the western shore. We can listen to the ocean. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.